This is the Valley Today.
We start with breaking news this morning out of Ukraine. At least 19 people, including 2 children, are dead after a Russian missile hit a residential building in Odessa. That's according to state emergency services there. Officials say that 30 other people were also injured in that attack. New this morning, Fargo police are searching for a high-risk sex offender after he failed to tell police where he is. Police are looking for 36-year-old Ethan James Bendixon. Bendixon is Native American, has brown eyes and brown hair. Picture on your screen right now. Take a look. He was convicted back in October of 2016 for abusive sexual contact of a minor, and he is a lifetime registrant. A warrant has now been issued for his arrest. If you see him, do not approach him and call 911 right away. The U.S. Supreme Court has now ruled to limit the Environmental Protection Agency's power to regulate greenhouse gas emissions. The court's conservative majority sided with the coal industry and the 20 states that petitioned it, including North Dakota. While this decision could positively impact jobs in North Dakota, many see it as a big step back for cleaning up the state's pollution. Now, they say that it is possible that Congress will act to regulate greenhouse gas emissions, but it is unlikely. North Dakota's delegation indicates they are not going to implement new regulations on that energy anytime soon. It is now 6:01. Let's get a check of your forecast out there with meteorologist Lisa Green, and a nice, bright, sunshiny morning out there, Lisa.
Yeah, it's a beautiful start to our Friday to end the week and to kick off that holiday weekend. We've got some great weather here and some nice temperatures too as you step outside. It's not going to be too hot or muggy here to start off this morning. In fact, we're in the 50s. 55 in Fargo and in Fergus Falls, 53 in Bemidji and Grand Forks, Jamestown and Devils Lake, all checking in at 56. And you can see lots of sun, just a couple of areas where we may have a little bit of cloud cover moving through, and that would be most likely up in the north and east, where we have been watching some showers depart around Lake of the Woods. But beyond that, it is quiet for us here in the valley and beyond. If you're hitting the road today, if you're traveling outside of our viewing area, expect to have some fairly quiet weather for most regions, except for down into the Black Hills and the Badlands in South Dakota. That's where there is a chance for some severe weather here today. But beyond that, we've got some quiet weather for us right in the valley. Let's take a look at our hourly planner. Expect to have some conditions that are going to be on the sunny side. Into the afternoon, we may warm up a bit, and we will warm up a bit. We may see some of those afternoon heating kind of clouds that develop start to pop this afternoon, but we'll still end up with some mostly sunny to partly cloudy conditions and temperatures that are into the low 80s. We'll also have some wind turning northwesterly, and at times we'll see a gust or two to about 20 miles per hour or so. But all in all, a really great Friday, a great way to round out the week. Here's a look at the holiday weekend. We've got some unsettled weather to come, so be ready for this. It doesn't mean that it's going to be cloudy and rainy all weekend. There's going to be big breaks in between chances for some rain and thunder, but each day features a chance for some storms. Saturday in the morning and again at night, we might get a lot of sun and nice weather in between. And then Sunday, in the evening hours, right now it looks like we'll have a chance for some strong storms developing, and then back into the 4th of July, unfortunately, more chances for rain and thunder coming our way. So this is something we'll watch closely. The timing of this is going to be tough because these are really fast moving waves that'll be moving through, that'll be triggering these showers and thunder showers. So they'll hit, they'll move on, you'll get a nice break, and then you'll just have to watch out for potentially the next one. So more on this to come. We'll take a look at your holiday forecast and beyond coming up in just a couple of minutes.
So the red, white, and blue swim trunks and maybe the red, white, and blue poncho as well for the weekend.
Perfect idea. Be prepared for anything.
All right, like that, Lisa. Thank you. Now 6:04, gas prices are inching down, but they are still near all-time record highs, causing some to rethink their holiday travel plans. However, folks in North Dakota say they still expect a busy travel weekend. According to the AAA, the average cost of a gallon of regular unleaded is about $1.70 more than it was this time last year. Yet AAA also predicts that over 48 million Americans will travel 50 miles or more over the holiday weekend. That is 4% more than last year. And that's good news since tourism and road travel are critical to North Dakota's economy. A driver heading across the state shared with us why he is still hitting the road this weekend.
life is more than money, and just like certain memories are just like aren't worth the cost, kind of regardless of what it is. And like, sure, you have to save in other areas, but like the memories and like the people you take the time with is like really worth it.
According to AAA, the average cost for regular unleaded is now at about $4.86 a gallon. Also, keep an eye on your flight. Airlines are expecting more passengers to fly this weekend than at any point since the pandemic started. The TSA has seen more than 2 million flyers almost every day in June. But with the extra travelers have also come a wave of delays and cancellations. About 1,200 flights have been canceled nationwide just over the past 2 days.
I always try to get the first flight out of any place, try to get a plane that overnighted there, because that's much less likely to be delayed.
Airlines are required to offer refunds if they cancel your flight and refuse an alternative one, or if there is a significant delay, but the definition of that does vary. Trip insurance is another way to make sure that you're not on the hook for any flight changes. Staying sober out on the water, the Minnesota DNR and law enforcement will be cracking down on drunk boating this holiday weekend. Officials say in recent years, about half of all boating-related deaths in Minnesota have involved alcohol. That's why they're now targeting July 2nd through the 4th to increase patrols.
While we may wear different badges, our approach is the same. We have zero tolerance for people boating under the influence. If you make that choice, you will not get a warning, and you won't get a second chance. You will be arrested, taken to jail, and have to face the heavy penalties that comes with your decision.
If you boat under the influence, your boat could be impounded and the operator could be arrested. New this morning and going into effect today in Minnesota, people 21 and older can now buy edibles and beverages that contain a limited amount of THC. Edibles like gummies and beverages can contain up to 5 milligrams per serving of THC and 50 milligrams per package. 5 milligrams is about half the standard dose found in recreational marijuana products in other states. Under the law, new THC products must be derived from legally certified hemp. Cannabis advocates say they are surprised the law passed the Minnesota legislature, given Senate Republicans' opposition to recreational marijuana legalization. Authorities have now identified the man who died in a motorcycle crash on I-94 just west of West Fargo. He's 36-year-old Brandon Sala. Sala was a National Guardsman, police chief, and father of 5 from Carrington, North Dakota. Highway Patrol officials say that Sala lost control and was thrown off his bike. In a statement, the Air Guard said they will always remember Brandon's commitment to the National Guard and to law enforcement. A GoFundMe page has now been set up by his family to cover the funeral expenses. The Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension is joining the investigation into an attempted abduction of 2 teens in Bemidji. Authorities say the 2 girls were approached by a man in a park on Sunday when he tried to pick one of them up. The BCA is offering a $1,000 reward for tips in that case. For a description of the man or how you can report it, head to the VNL News app and click on this story. We have a nice morning out there to crack open the windows, get a little fresh air, see the sunshine. Lisa Green has a check of your Friday forecast, plus when we need to watch out for some potential storms in the region.